What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's been a while. I figured I'd bring you in and get some stuff going on the old speed mullet. So looking for every ounce of performance I can get, and within reason. Things that are that we can afford to do. And there's a company. I think these guys really kind of specialize in rowdy rounds type stuff. Seems like maybe that's where they focus. But there's a company called DRP, and they make these little spacers. Let me pull one of these out. They make these spacers for the wheel bearings, like on the front hub. And the idea behind this is that the wheel bearings, here we go. The idea behind this is that the wheel bearings will go against this, and then you can torque this together with this being set to some predetermined distance or whatever, and we'll set that up. And then the idea is that you can. It's the same principle as what you would see on a pinion gear bearing set on a rear end. So basically, this is the pinion spacer, I guess you could say, and this will go in between the two bearings. Then you actually torque the spindle nut, as opposed to just like going down and setting it to some kind of arbitrary value and then cross pinning it. So, which we'll probably cross pin it still to make sure that it's good to go, but I'm really excited about this. Also, since we're going in there, I got some, these are called no drag seals. So it's a little tough to see what's going on here, but basically there's holes in the seal face here, and it creates, you can see it, oh yeah, there we go. And it creates like a low pressure zone here. So as the wheel is spinning, this has created a low pressure zone, and it keeps the grease in the hub, and it keeps dirt out. But of course, at low speeds or when it's stopped, like say you're in a rainy situation, this isn't going to do anything. So you're still going to end up with stuff in your bearings. So there is an increased I guess maintenance schedule with this. So maybe for a car like mine, I would say we'll pull these bearings down every year, inspect and repack. So, and then I've got their super, let's see, the ultra low drag wheel bearing grease, and we'll go into putting that in too. But basically, we're trying to reduce the amount of drag considerably on the wheels. If it rolls easier, then it accelerates easier. So that's the idea. So anyways, let's go ahead and get it apart. Alright, so I'm going to spin this. I have the rotor on there, so it's got a little inertia. See, I mean, that's really not terrible. I took the brake caliper off because it does drag just a smidge, just to see how things are. Not too bad. All right, let's take it apart. Alright, I've had this grease in there for 7 or 8 years, and it's some Amsoil stuff. I remember it being kind of a peanut butter color, and I mean, it really doesn't look that bad. So, alright, so Amsoil grease is good, fantastic. So we're going to use this, we're going to try this new stuff, but alright, let me get the old seal out and we'll get after it. Okay, so I went ahead and took all the old grease out of the bearings. I just washed them up in some gasoline and then hosed them down with some brake cleaner, and then we'll put new grease in it after we get this collar set. So the idea here is that the collar goes inside the hub. Alright, so it can't come out. The OD of the collar down there is larger than the ID of the bearing is here. And then put this all together. Alright, so you can see like that's way too loose, so we need to shorten the collar and just screw this together. Now let's start there. Okay. Alright, see what that does. So then you put the put all this together like normal. Then instead of just snugging it and setting preload, we're gonna actually like torque this. Okay, so that's too tight. So back the collar off. Wow, that's awesome. So now that we've got the length set on our spacer, then we'll just go in here. Like I said, there's a little set screw. We'll come in here and we'll just give that a snug, and then it's ready to go. But before we do that, we're going to put this grease in, this ultra low drag wheel bearing grease. Kluber Isoflex Topaz NB52-50. Alright, so I was told whenever you put this in, you're going to go in between every other needle, every other roller, and put it, I guess just fill it till it comes out the It's going to take a little time. My goodness. So my guess is that as that grease gets more coverage, that it'll free up even more. That's pretty awesome. So, new low drag grease and low drag bearing spacers and no drag seals. Really pretty excited about this. This is something that myself and a couple guys on the team have wanted to do for a while. We actually, I've had these parts actually for almost a year. So anyways, thanks for sticking around. I hope you learned something. I feel like I did. And yeah, we'll see you guys maybe on the next one. See you later.